What is up, everybody? A happy Masters Wednesday to you all. This is the PGA model breakdown for the Masters week, of course. And what I do in the short form videos, I go over my model. I go quickly what's in it for all of you that aren't Awesemo Plus members and want to see what some of the stuff we offer to them. That's great. If you are an Awesemo Plus member or just want to see how I'm using the model this week, what information I'm taking from it, and how it's populated, then this is a perfect one for you as well. So let's go ahead and move my ugly mug and green Masters shirt off of the screen and bring up my Excel model. And of course, this is going to be when you download it from the Awesemo website to Excel. This is what you're going to come up with. It says full model here. Left to right, of course, we have golfer's name. First, OWGR and model ranks. There's the model rank, the make your own model rank, and the Awesemo rank. Of course, this is changing pretty much throughout the week, on any given day when we get new information. I'm updating it. So if you are an Awesemo Plus member, come on back and check throughout the week, of course, before you make your lineups, and I'll show you in the lineup thing how I do that in just a little bit. Of course, going left to right quickly, we got odds, salary, ownership, and the model ratings. Then we go to strokes gained for the last 2 years, so 20 and 21. Then we've got other statistical information like greens in regulation, total driving around the green proximity, and 15 to 20 feet putting. So basically one of every category for me this week because you got to have your entire game here at Augusta to win. Approach proximity, which is just a little bit more a deeper dive into approaches. Then, of course, recent form, we got 6 weeks showing here in course history. Of course, we've got 5 years showing here this week. Last thing you're going to get on this full model is the DraftKings points and field rank for the last, I'd say 15 or 20 tournaments, going left to right, so you can see how the golfers are performing against the field in terms of DraftKings points. Okay, the next thing I want to show you here is the strokes gain database and screener, a really good one here where you can go and check each individual player and see that Dylan Fratelli, while his short game was on last week, his ball striking, not so much. And as good as his around the green game was here last week, he's going to need the off the tee ball in the approach game to make the weekend. So Dylan Fratelli not trending in the right direction. But that's why I love this tool. You can click the drop-down arrow in cell A3 and click Byung-Hyun on if you want to and see that, hey, maybe the putting's getting better. I don't know. Maybe it was just an odd anomaly there a couple of weeks ago. Or how about Francesco Molinari, who's gained through the bag last week and has gained off the tee in both of his 2 starts since COVID. So love this tool. Use it for that. Okay, next one is the combined models for Fantasy Cruncher. What I do is I put the model rating points, the make your own model rating points, and Awesemo's points. I put them all there for you, and that gives me a combined rank over here on the right column. What I do then to make it easy to get into Fantasy Cruncher, this is important. I just copy columns A and F. I put it all over here. And columns P and Q, because on Fantasy Cruncher, they need to be right next to each other to see that. So, I don't know what these are. Apologize. Oh, those are salary. Oh, that's the value. I'm sorry. That's right. I don't know why I didn't say that. This is the salary, and this is the value for the slate. All I'm doing is taking the projected points combined, dividing it by the salary, and that gets the value. Typically, the value is who Fantasy Crunchers are going to try and pop out the most. So really interesting here this week. In fact, I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick preview. The top 5 values: Matt Fitzpatrick, Tony Finau, Hideki Matsuyama, Dustin Johnson, Abe Answer, and Justin Rose. How about him coming up there? So like that. That's a nice little element to add into this. Okay, as we go along, if you are interested to see how the projected points ends up getting there, these are the tabs. You don't really have to do much with the algo points tab, but to make your own, if you want to say that the odds makers are wrong and you want to bring that to 0 and you want to bring up, let's say, OWGR, you can certainly do that, and it'll populate a new rank here in this category. For this week, the make your own model, of course, it is Augusta National, the one place where course history really does matter, course comfort really does matter. So I bumped my the make your own model, I bumped it up to pretty much all of course history with the little bit of everything else mixed in, and that's the rating I got. So, all right, moving on, we got OWGR. Now it gets into each individual category that you just saw that generates points for the rating. They each get their own tab. So you want to go to strokes gained ranked by field and see what DeChambeau is ranked versus everybody else on strokes gained off the tee. Well, listen, we know it's going to be number 1 in the field, so we don't have to worry about that much, of course. Then other stat ranks. This is a good one that I'm showing you at least. We've got 20 stats on here rather than just the couple that I'm showing you on the front page. approach proximity. I'm showing you 2 years of approach proximity here rather than just the one on the front page. Moving along, same thing with course history. I only show you, actually no, not the same thing with course history. In course history, I show you 5 years, and in fact, that is how much I do in the course history tab here. But what I also give you is the course history sheet in which I put in my Fit and Form article, which goes over top 10s, top 25s, times played, missed cuts, all of that great information. Same thing for recent form, but instead of 6 weeks, I give you the last 11 weeks of play. Really good tools to go out and see how the players are doing over the last little bit. Okay, last couple of things here that I want to show you. The DraftKings points and database model. Excuse me there. I had to get a sip of water before I went into a coughing fit. This page shows you what the front page shows you, which is just their points and field rank over the last couple of starts for everybody here in the field this week. Then we've got the ownership and database model where I project out ownership, and how I project out ownership, I take, of course, historical information, which you can see a bunch of it over here to the right. Tally it all up. Of course, I also put Awesemos in there, and it gives me my average ownership here in column K, which I project out to be the ownership of the week. And then the last 3 things in here, I break it out into pricing sections. I give you the middle tier, the bottom tier, and the top tier, so you can easily compare golfers against like salaried players. So that is what you can find in my model, a quick little 6-minute intro. And now we'll go into the portion which maybe some of you are watching for, which is to see who my model ranks as the top and who I might be playing based off of that. So, well, Awesemo's rank is a little off here. At least, I just messed up a column, guys. I'm sorry, which is throwing off Awesemo's rankings. Well, okay, we're going to just focus. I'm just going to hide this column because, like I said, I messed the column up there when I did something there a second ago. That's what happens when you have formulas throughout this whole thing, but that'll be fixed by the time you guys download it. Regardless, okay, in the model rank, top 10, Jon Rahm, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, Xander Schauffele, Tony Finau, Pat Cantlay, Bryson DeChambeau, Webb Simpson, Patrick Reed. Now, as I always do, top golfer that is in here, Matt Fitzpatrick, Louis Oosthuizen, and Abraham Ancer, the top 3 golfers priced under $8,000 in terms of their rating in the model this week. And how about the top golfer priced under $7,000? My guess is it's going to be Bernd Wiesberger. He outlasts Sebastian Munoz by a couple of points. Also there, Lanto Griffin, Siwoo Kim, Zach Johnson, Victor Perez, a couple of other guys. I'm trying to figure out where my guy Molinari is. There he is, 56. When we throw in course history, though, he's 31st. Let's go ahead and bring up the make your own model rank. As I said, that is very heavy on course history, so that's going to move McIlroy up to number 1 as he has one more top 25 than Dustin Johnson here in the last couple of years. Probably getting a little bit more points allocated to that. Tony Finau moves up into the top 5. Xander Schauffele does as well. Koepka moves into the top 10, as does Matsuyama, Justin Thomas, Webb Simpson, Abraham Ancer, the top 10. So Ancer is sliding into the top 10 there. I don't know how. He doesn't have much course history. Sliding out, Patrick Cantlay, Bryson DeChambeau. DeChambeau's course history, not very good. And the top still is Matt Fitzpatrick under 8K. And the top ranked under 7K goes to Mark Leishman and Francesco Molinari. So there you have it, folks. Of course, you can see ownership in here as well. I'll give you my sort really quick just so you can see it. It's coming up here. Normally it goes quicker on my new machine, but for some reason it's going a little slower. I apologize. So, top 10, Dustin Johnson, Xander Schauffele, Hideki Matsuyama, Tony Finau, Rory McIlroy, Jon Rahm, Webb Simpson, Justin Thomas, Patrick Cantlay, Pat Reed, Bryson DeChambeau, and Jason Kokrak wind out the top 10 here. So, that will do it for my PGA model breakdown. Of course, you can get all of this information and download it onto your own Excel. Mess with it. Mess with the data. Do whatever you'd like to do. It is all available for you as an Awesemo Plus member. So go ahead and remember, we've got a great promo going on. Use promo code Augusta at checkout. You're going to get 50% off your Awesemo Plus weekly Platinum Pass. That gives you access to all of our slate of tools, sports, all of our tools for all of the sports is what I was trying to say there. So thanks, everybody, for joining one of my PGA model breakdowns, and we will see you on the other side. Cheers.